Cheers!
Welcome to MovieBitches!
Retro review. Another special request. This one is great. Thank you, Tatiana. Tonight we are reviewing First Wives Club.
The First Wives Club.
Yay!
Hooray! Thank you, Tatiana, for this revisit.
Yes.
Again, it's like a lot of nice revisits.
Yeah.
You know, things that I haven't watched in a while or bring me back to a time and place.
Oh my God. Time and place.
Yeah. So, first things first.
Of course.
Shout out to Tatiana for your Lady
Yes.
Catherine de Bourgh and for your patience.
Oh
Thanks
my
so
gosh,
much.
yes.
Yes.
And happy belated birthday.
And you did it at my birthday dinner.
Yes.
Or whenever this comes out.
Whenever this comes out. Maybe it'll be before your next birthday. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Second thing second, shout out to the rest of our Patreon supporters. $5 a month gets you ad-free early access. $10 gets you access to our viewing parties. This was a fun one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all for your support. Really means the world. Third things third.
Yeah.
Make sure to subscribe. Click that bell. Give us a thumbs up. Share. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Letterboxd. Share little clips. Follow our podcast on Spotify. You can subscribe there too. It'll be great. Share there too. It'll be great.
Now share.
Yes, in this, absolutely. We'll get into it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
speaking of share,
Yeah.
one of the things we talked about was that this movie did have, at times, a lot of vibes of Witches of Eastwick or
Like you could,
The Craft.
re-edit this to be witchier.
Sure.
You know, with some music cues and some
Well, they are witches,
some
she
plugins.
says.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Witches have powers.
Good and evil.
Yeah, I love it.
We are the three witches. Oh, witches? Well, I'll tell you something. Witches have powers. What? Well, they do. They have powers for good and for evil.
I mean, this is a tried and true plot. Oh, we're making a women's picture.
Sure.
You know, it's very The Women, the George Cukor
Yep,
movie,
yep.
and also The Opposite Sex, which is the musical remake of The Women.
Oh, I didn't know
Getting divorced, husbands philandering with younger women,
Yep.
getting revenge. all
Tale
of
as
that
old
stuff.
as time.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I was just like having a moment with Angela Lansbury, so I just.
Oh, good. I
was
love
just
that.
like,
Angela Lansbury's in... I need to watch this.
no, she's Mrs. Potts. Tale as old as time.
Oh,
what
I'm
are
sorry.
you talking about?
I thought you were talking about the musical adaptation of
Oh,
The
no.
Women. And I was like, Angela Lansbury's in it? In a musical adaptation of The Women?
No.
Okay.
So yes, there is a reading of this where they are witches, and if it was 200, 300 years ago, it's the Crucible, and they're.
What do you do with witches?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. You could. Right. You said it. It's a time-told tale of women doing it. Sisters doing it for themselves.
Speaking of the soundtrack, okay.
Yeah.
We open.
Yes.
Dionne Warwick.
A little girl, you better wear something pretty.
Liechtenstein cartoon credits. I
Yep.
remember this vividly. It's giving soap dish. It's that era.
Yes. I've decided that pretty much
Yeah.
any movie that has an animated intro, automatic, I'm like 90% interested.
Have you seen Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead?
Yes.
Ugh.
I have not seen the remake, and I don't really plan to.
There's a remake?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or is it... Yeah, I think they just made a remake, and I was like, why? Don't.
But that has an animated sequence in the opening.
Yeah, great, love it.
Personnel.
True Beverly Hills, animated
Oh,
sequence
sure,
at the beginning. Sorry.
It's fine.
Personnel.
You are supposed to go down to personnel. That is on the first floor. There is a great big sign that says personnel.
I don't remember.
I can't not say it like personnel. Like the woman
Great.
says it in a way that was really specific.
Great.
I think, is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead on the Patreon list? I think it is. I'm excited.
It's great.
It's so fucking good. I'm excited.
It's so good. Why can't I think of her name?
Christina Applegate?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. Anyway, but we are here to talk about The First Wives Club.
Yes.
Directed by Hugh Wilson.
Yeah. I wish it was directed by a woman.
Or someone else.
Oh!
It's fine. It's totally serviceable. It's fine.
I think it's better than serviceable. I think that's rude to him.
Okay, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it's not screaming. Like I looked up his other credits and I was like, oh yeah, he's like a director for hire.
Yeah.
And he does a good job.
Yeah.
There's not much pizzazz.
He had all of the tools at his disposal. Like, everything else was already working.
Yeah.
That you would have had to really fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly. But he directed, like, the Dudley Do-Right movie, and Blast from the Past, and Police Academy, and Guarding Tess. You know, so it's like one of those where you're like, oh. Sure, okay. A working director, you know, like.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
No, but like, imagine if Penny Marshall directed this.
Fuck! You're right. Obsessed with that.
Yeah, like that would have just really.
Can I tell you something that's gonna make you mad?
Of course.
Of course.
All 3 leads were on board to make a sequel. The studio was like, nope, it was a fluke. People don't want that. We're not gonna invest.
This is why Paramount is being sold. They don't fucking know what they're doing.
That's a woman's picture.
Well, that means that
was a fluke.
They're probably still on board now.
Potentially.
We can get the right person to say, look here.
Look here.
Because I was thinking this whole time, I was like, I want this again. I want more. I feed my soul.
I want it again, but I'm worried.
Okay.
Because I don't want it to turn into Ghostbusters. Where it's like, I mean, there's not as much lore. There's not as much like stuff to call back to. There's not as much.
Yes and no.
You know what I mean? Like, I want it done right. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I agree. And I think the problem is...
And I don't... Lately, they like, we remade Don't Tell Mom the Baby. It looks like garbage. Like,
oh, sure.
No, invest in costumes. Invest in actresses.
Yes.
Invest in the right director. Invest in composers.
Yeah. Mark Shaman.
Who got nominated for an Oscar for this.
Wow, good for him.
Right?
It was great. And we talked about this before, but we'll talk about it again. Yeah. And I really I so appreciate a great soundtrack and score in a film where the music is telling me something.
The score and the songs work
together.
Together.
And they're iconic, right? You hear a song and you remember this movie because you're, obviously, hello, maybe one of the most memorable uses of a sung song.
Sure. I was like, I don't know where you're going with this, but yes.
I mean, like, you don't own me. Like,
oh, yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah.
For this, like, I feel like if that wasn't in this film.
It's the most iconic thing from the movie.
Absolutely.
You don't own me. Don't try to change me in any way.
And
people would not have talked about it.
Falling in the window washing bin.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about behind the scenes stuff.
Okay, great.
I wanted to give a shout out to the casting director of this movie because holy shit.
I remember we were reading the credits and I was like, good job.
Eileen Sturgis.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say her name.
Great.
Okay, because she casted. She cast.
Just say talk. I'm not going to talk to you.
Sorry. Go on.
Should I go from oldest to newest or newest to oldest?
I have no idea what you mean. Aged person?
Credits wise.
Oh, yeah, start at the beginning.
Okay, this is the beginning. Night of the Creeps. Banger. Love it. Amazing. One of my favorite horror movies. Holy shit.
Great.
Go watch Night of the Creeps.
Okay.
We should watch Night of the Creeps.
Okay.
It's great. I'll stop saying creeps.
Vicky Creeps?
Vicky Creeps. She also cast The Wraith, one of the worst 80s, terrible, love it.
Okay, great.
Sci-fi, melodrama, high school things going on. She cast No Way Out, the Kevin Costner super secret spy, sexy thriller. Ruskies, this kids movie that's great. It's like, oh, what happens? It's the Russians are coming, but for kids.
Right.
3 men and a baby.
Wow.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Which then reminded me. Remember when we were talking about Hudson Hawk?
Yes, and how it was...
Richard E. Grant was supposed to be the Sheriff of Rottingham.
Yeah.
But delays on filming in Hudson Hawk caused that not to happen.
Right.
So that means that Eileen Sturgis saw the potential in Richard E. Grant.
Yeah.
And I see you. And I appreciate you.
And then also
replaced him with a great replacement.
With Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Who then became so iconic.
So iconic.
That then they made Robin Hood, Prince Men in Tights.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So it all comes together and it all comes back to Hudson Hawk in the end.
Obviously.
Can you fucking believe it? Yeah, that's probably what happened.
The Parent Trap.
Wow.
Sleepy Hollow, which you don't care about.
No.
School of Rock, which, you know, like, great.
Yeah.
And Marcy X. It keeps coming back.
Didn't Mark Shaman.
Yes.
I love it.
I'm really excited about our shared universe.
Yes.
Like the Venn diagrams
Oh
that
my God.
keep overlapping.
The-
It's like Richard E. Grant and Mark Shaman and
Our
Alan
web
Silvestri.
connects us all.
The web, yeah, her web connects us all.
Are you Madam X? Web?
Professor Madam X Web?
Are you all immediate family?
Yes. They're all mine.
They're mine now. So anyway, I just wanted to give a little shout out to her because there's so many fucking people in this movie.
Yes.
Aside from the leads, obviously. Goldie, Bet, Diane. Holy shit.
Yeah.
We could stop there, but we won't.
We won't.
Dan Hedaya.
Yeah. That's where you went. Interesting. Great.
I just like saying his name. It's fun.
Sure.
Victor Garber.
You're missing a really big one.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Bigger.
Elizabeth Berkley.
Huger.
Maggie Smith.
Yes. About as big.
Stalker Channing.
Thank you.
Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons.
That's right.
In a practically mute role.
I'm surprised he got a
credit.
I didn't know if he said a word. But maybe one.
He might have said, "Come with us."
Yeah.
Skip Cushman? Yeah, what? Yeah. You have the right to remain silent. What's going on here? I'm shooting a commercial.
Yeah,
I don't.
You're under arrest, FBI. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then it turns out he was impersonating
Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. There was just.
If I give you any more collagen, your lips are going to look like they got stuck in a pool drain.
They just kept popping up.
Yeah, I love it.
Penny Marshall, Rob Reiner. I mean, come on, the possibilities they could have done because they were married
sorry.
and dated.
I was like, Penny Marshall wasn't in this. We were talking about her directing
Penny Marshall wasn't in Spider-Man.
Wasn't in Spider-Man.
And we cooked at the Optimist. And we had a dinner. Well, yeah, we were in Spider-Man together. Remember we were on Spider-Man?
We weren't in Spider-Man.
Yes, we were.
Homecoming.
You were in Spider-Man.
No.
Yeah.
I was in Avengers.
No, you were in Spider-Man also. It's become. Remember Spider-Man at the end, and Tom Holland's there, and you're gonna walk out and do a press conference. And I give you the ring.
Yes.
That was Spider-Man.
That was Spider-Man? Oh my God.
Now,
Gwyneth crawled so Dakota could fly.
Oh my God. Honestly though.
Have truer words ever been spoken? I don't think so.
That does sound like me.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes you think.
It does.
Yeah.
The possibilities. Mind-opening. So, if we were to do a sequel, I feel like you have a couple ways that you could go.
You get the cast of Mean Girls, and it's now. It's Rachel McAdams. It's Amanda Seyfried. It's Lindsay Lohan. Lacey Chabert's there.
Rude.
Sorry,
but
rude.
true. I don't think you want to just remake it, you know?
I know.
Yeah. I would say that you could
Basically, I want Rachel McAdams to get more work.
Absolutely. She just did something.
Yeah, she was in Are You There, Goddess? Me, Margaret.
Oh, yeah. But you could either go the route where it's like their daughters are now older.
Sure.
And in their first marriages, blah, 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 history repeating itself.
Yeah.
And the moms are like, learn from me. Didn't you learn anything?
Yeah. Go to the crisis center.
Yeah. Maybe, right? It's a little like, and then you have to answer what happened to the crisis center. Has it still been going?
Right.
Did it fall apart?
Right.
We're here at the grand opening of the brand new Cynthia Swan Griffin Crisis Center for Women.
Or, as I was also thinking in this, and as is right here, I do like the idea a lot of First Wives Club, True Beverly Hills. And it's like a Beverly Hills chapter.
It's a Beverly Hills chapter because Phyllis Neffer is First Wives Club. I mean, she is a first wife.
She is, yes.
It's the same plot.
She gave her entire life to this man who's selfish and an asshole, and then he leaves her for someone young.
A short-haired brunette.
Well, I made a huge mistake.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
And a Porsche. Midlife crisis.
A
Typical
red
midlife crisis.
Red. Is it red?
No, I think it's black.
Okay.
A 911 Targa, if memory serves. Wow. Anyway, I have to say, I think I like True Beverly Hills better.
It's better. It's a better movie. Look,
it's tighter.
I really like First Wives Club.
I do too.
It has iconic moments.
Yes.
The ending is perfection.
Yes.
I love these actresses.
Yep.
The script and the plotting seem confused at times because tonally.
Yeah.
So I remember distinctly my mom and I going on a road trip.
Okay.
And we went to the library and we got the audiobook of First Wives Club because we love that movie.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Oh, no.
The book is dark.
Oof.
It's much more Stockard Channing, bleak, you know, the bleakness.
Yeah.
And
the depression that all these women are in because their marriages are falling apart.
The pressures of being young and all of that stuff is like heavy instead of played for fun.
Sure.
And so I think what happened was they didn't know if this was a comedy
or
a drama.
Right.
It tried to be somewhere in between, and I don't think they had enough pre-production decision-making on the tone to have a perfect film.
Fair.
That's all I'm saying. It's not perfect.
It's not perfect. It's really great.
It's really great.
And because they're so charismatic and
They
wonderful, and I just want to spend time with them.
Elevate a lot.
It really does. And when they're having fun, you're having so much fun.
And not to say I didn't appreciate the big fight where they have a moment and it's emotional. Like, not that I need this to be a broad comedy, but like we needed another pass on the punch up of the comedy script, or we needed it to just be a little tighter in like when the plan starts to come together. I was like, what's the plan?
A little bit.
Guys?
A little bit.
You know, oh, I'm going to trade you the thing so you can buy him out because of and it was just like a little bit too...
It became a little circular.
Maybe we needed a montage that was clearer.
Or like Bette Midler in front of a whiteboard.
Or that I mean, I love that.
Oh, I love that.
80s. It was very like striped,
the
you know.
green and the yellow and the red and the ups and the swaps and the
somehow, I don't know, I was into it.
I was really into it.
I wanted more explanation about that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I didn't need it.
Like maybe we need interstitial, you know, Indiana Jones map scenes, but it's of that.
Ooh, of that.
Phase 2.
Exactly. That's what I just need. I needed like a pointer stick and a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
How do you overthrow a dictator? You cut off her resources. Regina would be nothing without her high-status man candy, technically good physique, an ignorant band of loyal followers.
This is how we get them. And then they realize in between phase 2 and 3, wait, we've been selfish. We're only focused on fixing our own individual things. Let's think bigger. Let's be better than them.
Right.
That could have been even better of a moment than it was.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of told in like retrospect.
It felt
We're
like a little
explaining it to these men.
bit of an
like,
afterthought.
A little bit. It did feel like an afterthought.
I feel like they went, how do we end this? Is it just like fuck men? Or is it, you know, like...
I mean, it is fuck men, but it's not just fuck these 3 men. It's fuck all men. A little bit.
Fuck them all.
Fuck them all. Or be ready to fuck them back after they fuck you. You know, it's the
Anyway.
The 3 stages of fuckery.
Underpants. Profit. Do you remember that?
No.
I'll put the clip.
Great.
I don't get it. You see, phase 1, collect underpants. Phase 2, phase 3, profit.
Well, we're introduced to Stockard Channing, and unfortunately, she is not in a lot of the movie because she's the catalyst for the events to happen.
Yes.
Her suicide brings together the 3 friends.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, we flash back to 1969.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
The dubbing.
Oh, I thought something was wrong.
Strange choice.
I was like, oh no, is this out of sync? Is it not right?
Is this heaven? Elise, you are so gorgeous, really. Oh, girls. Cynthia.
Here, open, put him on.
But it's also just like an unnecessarily strange choice, I feel.
Because they cast young versions of each of them.
Yeah, and they looked good.
They did look good.
I mean, they looked like...
But they used their voices from now.
Right.
And I was just... And it was close.
Glenn Close, but no cigar.
Glenn Close, but no cigar? No, Glenn Close.
Oh. But see, all of these are no longer first wives.
Sure.
So
is it called the Second Wives Club?
I mean, that's just book club.
Third Wives Club.
Fuck, I'm not getting married again.
8th Wives Club. 8th Wives Club, and it's just Elizabeth Taylor.
I love it. Yes. Would watch.
Like, I had misremembered the ending of this.
Okay.
And thought the ending was the First Wives Club franchise. We give you the skills to fuck your husband.
Oh.
Not it's a crisis center and you go there for therapy, because to me that already sort of exists. Like, of course, the more the better.
Of course.
But like to be a singular idea that they have, that they've created, that's theirs.
Yes.
That's what I remembered happening.
I get that. I guess I kind of
and it's like a club
Yeah.
that you go to come together as women.
Yeah.
To
support each other.
Support
you
each
can have
other.
female lawyers that are like the sharks.
You had to put the shark's teeth on her sleeves? Is that supposed to tell me, oh, she's a shark?
But like we get the lawyers, we get the accountants,
Yes.
you know, like all of that stuff.
Who go
We're
through and they're
going
like, we're
to-
gonna help you take down your husband just like they did. And then after you do and you don't get even, don't get mad, get everything.
Yeah.
Then you get everything and you give a little bit of it back to the First Wives Club to help pay it forward. You know, I love that.
So that to me is a slightly more specific ending or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if
Uh-huh.
the remake, whatever, the new movie is weirdly meta, where it's someone who grew up watching the First Wives Club, still gets fucked by her first husband, and says, fucking hell, I didn't grow up in the 90s watching First Wives Club to let this happen to me.
Yeah.
But this is my stuff.
It's the 90s, Bill. Downsize.
And then does what we think should happen and starts the First Wives Club support center.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. 1-800-FUCK-MEN.
1-800.
Like it's a number you can call.
Calling from a landline?
I don't know.
What number did you call?
2, 4, 9er, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I can't hear you. You're trailing off. And did I catch a niner in there? Were you calling from a walkie-talkie?
No, it was cordless.
Whatever, you get me.
Are they listed?
Yeah.
No, she's not listed.
Oh, if you were listed.
If only she'd have called me. If only I were listed.
So we're introduced to our three main leads.
Yes.
Goldie Hawn, who's a beloved actress of both schlock and Oscar bait. I don't know.
It was confusing
There's a
to me.
range.
She has an Oscar.
She has the range, Andrew.
Of course, of course.
She doesn't have the range.
Sheena Easton.
She doesn't have the range.
Paul McCartney.
She doesn't have the range.
Shirley Bassey.
She doesn't have the range. I'm sorry, Shirley. I love her to bits, but she doesn't have the range.
But that's you.
I don't care. I don't have the range.
I don't think Goldie Hawn does have an Oscar. I take it back. That's
for
true.
what?
For Cactus Flower.
The fuck is that?
Sure.
Great. Do you think that was her Oscar? Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Ooh. Know what it says? It says, I beat Meryl.
It does not.
What does it say?
Oh, what does it say? I beat Meryl.
I also loved that joke.
Yeah.
Was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so specific and timeless.
Yeah. Yes, she's an aging, according to the film, an aging actress who's trying to stay.
I loved that though. That line was
There's
great.
only 3 ages of women.
There are only 3 ages for women in Hollywood: Babe, District Attorney, and Driving Miss Daisy.
Is the better joke Babe, District Attorney, and Jessica Tandy?
I don't get it.
She's Miss Daisy.
Okay, great.
So I guess not.
So no.
Watching this now, the needle has moved somewhat. Like, you know,
for actresses, you mean?
For actresses, there
Yes.
are more parts. They are, you know, eking it out. Of
Yeah.
course, it can always be more. Of course,
Yeah.
we can always fund more movies like this and write better scripts for them.
Well, and that's the thing. I understand your plot. I wouldn't say holes, nitpicking. But overall, I think this is a really well-written script.
Yeah.
And I think it's a perfect no, but it's really well written.
Yeah.
And the performances and the actresses really elevate it to
very,
somewhere
very
that makes it so fun to watch.
Oh, shut up, you arthritic sex kitten.
Oh, shut up, Morty's girl.
All you care about is Morty.
Stop it! You're both selfish assholes!
So, quick commercial break, and we will be back with more Coons. Fabulous ones. Only.
Oh, but Sarah Jessica Parker's Penthouse.
We need to maybe dedicate a few minutes.
We got to break it down. We got to break it down.
First off,
The fountain.
The fountain.
The
And I love
cherub.
that she is like, oh, let's open. Oh, wait. I got to turn on the switch for the fountain.
I do not like cherubs.
Sure, no.
I
no,
don't like
creepy.
them one bit.
Great.
I don't want them near me, I don't like it.
This apartment
Yeah.
was brilliant because it was such an insane
hodgepodge.
hodgepodge.
Oh, the choices were clear. The like gold-plated wicker toilet. I don't know.
I don't know. The black bathroom, powder room, and then which was a thing, a choice.
Yeah,
I get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And it felt like different eras and styles, but only certain things got left.
It wasn't like, ooh, 90s. It wasn't like the whole thing was like, ooh, 90s.
No,
it was like...
It wasn't like it was all, ooh, Coke 80s, although the stairway was, right?
Oh my God. Well, this can't be up to code.
No.
These floating
railing
chrome
banisters?
pipes.
Yeah. Chrome banisters.
That seem to be on fishing wire.
Yeah.
On a floating staircase.
At like skewed angles. No. It's a no. Almost could be cool in the right context.
No.
But it's a no.
No.
It's a stare. Those were wild.
Yeah.
Then you have all of these Baroque pieces, right?
Yeah.
That bed.
Ooh, it was so small too.
It did seem kind of small. Well, maybe that's just because it was covered in banisters and fabric.
But it was definitely like at most a queen. You know what I mean? Like at most.
Yeah.
The armoire full of sweaters and garters.
That's how I keep mine. Yeah, together. Wow.
Anyway, we're at Soccer Chaney's funeral, and her ex-husband has brought his new wife, which is Heather Locklear. We didn't talk about that.
Right.
I don't think she has any lines. She's just there.
I think that is true.
She might say a word. I'm not sure.
I don't think she does.
I don't think she does. We meet Maggie Smith.
Oh, God, what a tragedy. And your lips.
Gunilla Garson Goldberg.
Gunilla Garson Goldberg.
This was also, I feel like this could have been fleshed out more.
Okay.
Like, I want more. Give me more. She's some gossip columnist or whatever, but then use her power to trash one of the husbands in the, when Goldie Hawn is like, oh, later on we find out that Elizabeth Berkley's playing 16?
How old is she, Bill? 25, 26?
21.
Yeah. In about 5 years. She's 16.
Find out that she's underage and Victor Garber didn't know.
Yeah.
And she isn't here's the article that Gunilla already wrote for me that she's gonna put in her page 6 gossip column. I just feel like there could have been a few more.
But that was the blackmail.
Sure, but that
I guess they could have put it out right. Gunilla's ready. Wait, no, what's her name?
Gunilla Garson Goldberg.
Gunilla's ready to run this. Yeah. If you don't pay up. Sure.
Right?
Yeah, that could have been good.
Maybe Gunilla
Garson Goldberg
should have been the narrator.
Oh, now that was, okay, who was the narrator?
Diane.
It was.
And it was okay.
And because it kind of came in and out.
It came and went.
Nobody gets anywhere in this town without Gunilla say so.
And at one point, it really seemed like an episode of Sex and the City. I was dying.
While Elise cleaned out Bill's office, his loft, and their house in the Hamptons, Brenda and I looked for an office, a base of operation. Gunilla Goldberg was happy to help us with our little plan, she being a first wife herself.
Oh, right, and they're kind of talking about each other. You are wonderfully verbal. I really love that.
Brenda, you're wonderfully verbal.
Oh my God, and we didn't even talk about another casting momentous moment.
Timothy Olyphant shows up.
Okay, yeah, sure.
In his first role.
Wow. Was that?
He was the director.
Oh.
Of Monique's mother. I don't know we never found out what the movie was called, I don't think.
No.
It is so, it's utterly original. It's so good. You're so gifted, Brett.
Hey.
Right. Gil Chesterton shows up.
That's right. I don't know his name.
I don't know his name.
Angela Lansbury's Monique's mother. And Shelley Winters is Monique's mother.
Oh, that's good.
Sean Connery is Monique's mother.
Yeah. Perhaps I should get you some coffee.
But also Marcia Gay Harden.
Oh my God, Marcia Gay Harden as her therapist. Hit me.
Stand up, Annie, and hit me.
I can't. Leslie, I'm so sorry. It's just...
Get mad.
Yeah, hit me.
Hit me.
Hit me. Go on. Go on. Hit me.
Oh my God, if only she had known. She would have hit her much harder.
Wait a minute. I don't understand. You are my therapist?
I'm a woman.
He is my husband.
We didn't talk about the Hocus Pocus reunion. Sarah Jessica Parker and Bette Midler.
Oh, true. Of course, yeah.
Or I guess this was a prior engagement.
Yeah.
Where was Kathleen and Jimmy?
Oh my God, honestly.
Sorry, that was probably too loud. I got excited.
Now, was this before Sex and the City?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a few years.
Well, Sex and the City was 98? 7, 8?
7, 8, 9, I think, was a good chunk of it.
Something like that, yeah.
It's kind of funny, speaking of Sex and the City.
Yeah.
And
Are they in the new one? Do we revisit Sarah Jessica Parker?
Well, so, I mean, right? But
No.
no.
But, you know, it's an idea.
Because also they're already too old, no offense, for them to be the first wives. It's just true. Maybe Elizabeth Berkley?
Give her work.
Yeah.
Give her work.
I'm Monique.
What?
And you can be my mom.
Yes, Goldie Hawn's trying to get her career back on track after the divorce because her husband was the producer. This was giving coded Bo Derek and her husband vibes because they made all of these exploitative, you know, I think, you know, oh my God, Bo Derek's
right.
you know, and he produced them all, and it was, they're awful.
Oh. That's where I was confused about
So I was
about
confused
this.
about, like, did she get the Oscar? Maybe she got the Oscar for Cactus Flower, you know, at the beginning of the career, and then she has leaned into she's a cop by day and a hooker by night. I don't know.
Yeah, literally that was the poster and tagline. So I was like, what movies is she making? I'm so confused. But whatever, who cares?
She has the range.
She has the range.
Inner urges, human instinct, and my personal favorite, animal nature, in which she played an extremely sensual veterinarian.
So she's trying to get her career back on track. She's talking to Gil Chesterton.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, I don't remember his name.
Just what are you insinuating?
Shelley Winters is Monique's mother. Sean Connery is Monique's mother. No, that's not right. He's 300 years old and he's still a stud.
Sean Connery is Monique's boyfriend. Now, he's 300 years old, but he's still a stud.
It's good.
It's great.
Yeah.
Love her so much.
Yeah, I feel like it might be time to rewatch Foul Play.
Music to my ears. We have not talked about Diane Keaton's daughter.
Oh my God! I'm a lesbian. Don't tell Dad. I want to tell him sometime special, like Father's Day or Christmas.
Oh, Daddy. I'm a lesbian. A big one.
I'm a lesbian. A big one. I don't know what that means.
I don't either. This lesbian bar scene.
So fab.
So great.
I did like that there was a variety.
Oh yes, they had all of the
umbrella
lesbians.
of
Yes.
lesbians. You know, I
Yes.
appreciated that.
Yes.
I loved that they were all into Goldie Hawn.
So funny.
Taking her home.
She's with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
First Wives Club doesn't just have to be an ex-husband.
Fair. Well, that was in this, right? Because she's crying at the bar. My lover of 18 years
left me for
a younger
an infant.
Yeah.
A 12-year-old.
It's my lover. She left me after 18 years when some teenager weighs 12 pounds. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh my God.
Sometimes I got really nervous when they kept saying that. I was like, oh.
And then, like, the plot of Elizabeth Berkley.
Exactly. I was like, oh, you know, to meet your future wife. Oh,
No,
okay, that's not too bad. Oh, she's currently pregnant with your future wife.
Now, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler in a First Wives Club remake. And my Rudolph.
Yes, but too comedian-y.
We need to spread it around.
Well, I think they're too much of like a...
Written by Tina Fey.
Uh-huh.
Starring Amy, Maya, and third dramatic actress.
Anna Gasteyer. But no.
Your soulmate.
Oh, Michaela Watkins.
Michaela, yes.
Yes. Okay, now definitely I could see a Michaela in a First Wives Club.
Yeah.
And maybe like a June Diane Raphael.
Yeah.
And get like that crowd where they're like in
the...
It's comedic.
Yeah.
But it's not like... I think Amy's still a little... And maybe Kristen Wiig.
Okay.
She's really doing me... I'm really liking her in Palm Royale.
She's really doing me. I'm trying to think, can we get some color in here?
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah. Gabrielle Union.
Okay, I was going to say Keke Palmer. Okay. But maybe Kiki's
Get the
too...
Reginas.
Ooh.
Regina King, Regina Hall.
Yes. Oh, Regina Hall definitely could do this. Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Did you ever see that shitty Sundance movie?
You're going to have to narrow it down.
With Regina Hall, where she was like the pastor's wife or whatever.
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It was awful.
But she's always great.
She was amazing in it.
She brings it. She
And what was
brings
that?
it every
did
time.
you see, actually, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Do It for the Girls, or something I think it was called, with Regina
No, but
Hall.
I know what you're talking about.
Really great.
Yeah.
Both like touching.
Yeah.
Nice. It was like this, but like smaller scale,
Okay.
you know, whatever. But it was just like sisters doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
Really nice. I highly recommend.
Can we get
Do it for the girls?
It's something like that. I
Put
know what
the
you're talking
poster
about.
up.
Yeah. Can we get Annie Lennox to
Oh.
come in and do a new song for the credits?
I would love that.
Okay, great.
Oscar.
Anyway.
Yeah. Right, so yeah, they bring it, and then we get the famous window falling scene.
The window falling
The
scene.
interior decorator comes in
Yeah.
to get the files from the office. This was all silly and fun.
I'll tell you why. The windows are the eyes of our room.
Face of the room.
Of the room.
Yeah.
And the drapes.
Are the brows.
Are the brows.
Now, like, well, I was gonna say if that was like Robin Williams, I feel like it would have been really amazing.
Martin
but-
Short.
Oh, Martin Short. Yeah. Let's bring him in.
Okay.
I mean, now we're getting a big ensemble cast here, but you know, multiple movies. We can do different ones.
The First Wives Club cinematic universe.
Absolutely, I love it. Meryl can be in one of them as the grandmother of someone. I'm sorry, it's just true. She's not a first wife unless they've been married for 50 years.
Bette Midler is still married to her one and only husband.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not a first wife
I know.
situation.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Tippi Hedren, get her out of retirement. Did she die?
I have no idea.
Oh no, okay.
I just assumed.
I don't think she's dead.
94.
Get her out of retirement.
Yeah.
Okay, it's her, it's Melanie Griffith, it's Dakota Johnson, and it's the First, Second, and Third Wives Club.
No. Sorry. Oh, we didn't talk about the fabulous coot mother.
Flat.
Yeah. Nope.
Yes, the fabulous coot mother who has Jane Wyman's haircut, and we looked her up, and she's just like in every TV show you've ever heard of, but there wasn't a singular.
It wasn't like, oh, of course.
Like, oh, Dennis Johns or something
Right,
like that. But she was fab.
She was sleeping with Daddy.
Oh, Muffin, you've come to your senses. I'm so happy.
Yeah, she was great.
Loved her.
Yeah. Especially I liked her that they gave her a full circle moment.
Little arc, yeah.
Yeah, that was really nice.
So many things are compounding.
Why, what?
You just being like,
No.
no. But then also when you said full circle moment, I imagined it like Mariah Carey, like just like a gypsy moment of whatever. Just like a full circle moment.
Like a retro moment of gypsy, whatever.
You're right.
It doesn't have to be a skin-tight moment to make you look thin. It's a dual moment. It's a full-on evening moment if she wants it to be.
Yeah, it's just like if you're having
When
like
your
a full
moments,
circle moment.
when your moments have moments.
Yeah, yeah.
Moment by moment. Lily Tomlin. Now Lily Tomlin.
Absolutely. I don't know in what capacity, but I'm here for it. Oh, I'm sorry, we have to talk about Maggie Smith's fabulous little moment. Speaking of moments.
Speaking of moments, her just this was clearly the director being like, now be mad. Now be
oh my god. Yes, her reactions to Sarah Jessica
Now
Parker.
be this. Now be that.
And she's so
But they're micro.
great.
They're micro.
Micro.
And it tells me everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
What was I just watching? Oh, Palm Royale. And Carol Burnett is such a talent and a star. And the cast is great. Allison Janney, I love her.
Yeah.
Kristen Wiig is great in it. But none of them, Laura Dern, love Laura Dern.
Love Laura Dern.
None of them have Carol Burnett's talent. And she can literally just do one little like, and I'm like, that's amazing.
She's an icon.
Icon.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was just, Maggie Smith, icon.
Icon.
So fucking good. Great. Anyway, yes, her reactions to Sarah Jessica Parker.
Right.
And Sarah Jessica Parker was great in this, I thought.
She was really great.
She plays these kinds of roles really well.
You know.
Typecast.
Yes, so they all...
Kim Cattrall.
Yeah. Always.
Always.
But
I'm
if
into it.
Kim's there, Sarah will not be attending.
That's fine. I'd rather have Kim than Sarah.
I would too.
She
I'd
seems
rather
more
have
fun.
Kim than all of them.
All of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yamakipiebo, sedere facebo, indog Latin me quoth, UJ, suffer,
Sisters are doing it together.
For themselves.
For themselves. Right. Not together? That's not
I mean, they were together,
Okay.
but the song is for
Doing it
themselves.
for themselves. So anyway, yes, they get the dirt on everybody. They're gonna blackmail them all, or I guess they're blackmailing all of them, or buying them out, or they're
whatever. They're taking them down.
They're empowering themselves.
Yes.
Please don't make her mad.
Yeah, well, what is it then? I'm getting sick of this, okay?
Please don't make her mad.
Diane, this was confusing to me. Diane buys out her husband's partners in the ad firm, which means I guess that she owns 2/3 of said advertising company now, but does she really want to work with her schmuck ex-husband?
That's what seemed weird
I was
to
like,
me.
I don't understand. Like, if it was like a hostile corporate takeover.
Right.
And now she just owns the company. But I didn't get a clear enough sense that she wanted that, or that she was into advertising, or that it used to be hers and he took it, or something. Like, it was
like they started it together in advertising, and then she had to quit and be a mother, and then he took over. And
that wasn't clear enough, so I was like, what's the plan?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unclear.
But then it was like, oh, she's going to land the account of Bette Midler's husband, who's going to pay for the... And it was a little bit of just like moving deck chairs.
Well, it was like
money.
self-dealing.
You know, gold-plated deck chairs.
Yeah.
It was a little bit like, and we'll use his money to whatever. And I was like, why don't you just take the money and then do what you want with it? Why, there's like, we don't need to, what?
Yeah.
Why do you want to tie yourselves to these men still?
Well, right. That's right. Oh, because Bette Midler is now going to own the company, but then she's going to
still
be
has to work with him.
The president. Well, you'll be the president because you are Maury.
And they did set that up that like she was the only one that still maybe could forgive him, or like kind of still had feelings for her husband.
Yeah.
And it seemed at the end like they were gonna reconcile,
be back together.
Which, fair enough, like that was her plot. But
Sure.
for the other ones, I'm like, I don't...
Right. Why would Diane Keaton want to be with the schmucko?
I don't
idiot?
understand.
And it seemed like he didn't really know what he was doing.
It wasn't
or
clear.
He did.
It wasn't
I don't
clear
know.
enough. It
Yeah.
needed to be
And then he was
clearer.
just sitting all sad in the corner of the office while she was having meetings. And I was like, so now you're doing all the work and he's still getting paid 1/3 of the money?
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Why?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Just give me
But that line when he's like, I'm 45, I'm going to have to start all over again and whatever, and I have nowhere to go. And she's like, I know exactly how you feel. Ooh, so good.
Oh!
Yeah.
Who the hell's gonna want me? I'm 46 years old. I'd have to start from scratch.
I know just how you feel.
But then she just kind of...
That's what I mean. The ending is not perfection.
Sure.
The ending is perfection. The conclusion is not perfection.
It's a little messy.
A little bit messy.
It's a little rushed or something, yeah.
Something. But
Yeah.
anyway, so their sisters are doing it for themselves together, and they decide, why are we... Revenge is, you know...
Right, we have to do more. We have to be
we have
bigger.
do more. We're going to start this crisis center in honor of Stalker Channing.
Yeah.
And we're going to put the money into that. It didn't seem like, you know,
Well,
a
we're going to
remodel.
blackmail our exes
Into
in order to
remodeling
get
and
stuff for
building.
ourselves, but then we're also going to continue to blackmail them to give us money so that we can have them all donate it to this crisis center so that we can open the crisis center. And I'm like, okay. I mean, how much money was there? Everyone seemed to be so rich all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
It was
that's
hundreds
why
and hundreds
we
of
needed
thousands of dollars here
to
to
franchise. Like, it needed to be like Goldie Hawn on the phone with her Hollywood, you know,
Sure.
friends. Guess what? Hey, Marvin, this song I play, you know, like it needed to have like that moment.
It's Marvin, your cousin Marvin Barry. You know that new sound you looking for? Well, listen to this.
Of, oh, and then it's gonna grow and it's gonna be a pay it forward
Right.
where they
Get
all
Gloria
then,
Allred on the phone.
you know, something. Yeah. I would totally be in this movie because Kathy Lee Gifford Kathy Lee Gifford shows up.
Oh, that's right. Kathy Lee, Regis and Kathy Lee. Yeah. She's like, they really are magnificent women.
You really are amazing women. Well, good for you.
But yeah, the 90s was like the cameo, like
Yeah.
Ivana.
Ivana, I want to thank you for coming so much. You're an angel. Well, of course, everything.
Ivana Trump
Shows
was in
up.
this as herself, apparently. I
and-
didn't catch that, but...
Yeah. It was like, cameo time.
Yep.
But the night that, like, if they had called Gloria outright, yeah, that would have been a thing. Absolutely, that would have happened in this
Yeah.
movie because it's the 90s.
Yeah, it's the 90s. Oh my God, how many times did they say it's the 90s?
Oh, come on, Brenda. It's the 90s, for God's sakes.
So the moment has arrived. We're here to talk about the end.
Yeah.
The white outfits.
Yes.
Oh my God, the musical number.
Diane's coat.
Oh, this cream You know, it was very...
If the lady's buying, why not get the vicuña?
It was very that.
Well, as long as the lady's paying for it, why not take the vicuña?
Goldie's head-to-toe white leather suit.
But it worked.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Bet they put in the same outfit. You know, it was fine. It was the same outfit from the cover.
Poor Bet
of
did
Gypsy.
not get dressed well.
Well, the weird thing was the movie kept gaslighting us because it was like, she's fat.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's not.
What's the matter, Morty? Can't you buy her a whole dress?
Stop it.
Brenda, why don't you try these on in your height?
And then it was like, she's ugly. And I was like, but she's not. You know, she's dumpy and doesn't know what to wear. I was like, but she's Bet. Stop lying to my face. I see through this.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't have like a makeover moment.
No,
like
I would
her
have loved
makeover
that.
moment was, I fit in this. And I was like, you look the same.
What do you think?
That's not new, is it?
It's better than new. It's the first time I've been able to get into it in 3 years. Look at me. I have a waist. I have legs. Who knew?
And I would have loved that she got to go shopping and whatever.
On his dime.
Exactly.
Does it sing? You know, we needed a little more fun.
A little bit. It's missing a bead.
You know, something like that. Yeah, like a Shelley Long in this.
Oh my God, absolutely. Well,
it's just true.
It's that.
Hills. Okay. So anyway, musical number. Leslie Gore, You Don't Own Me.
Yes.
This is fucking iconic.
Yeah.
You know, we could just play the whole thing. And the choreography's just choreographed enough.
Yes, just enough.
That you could believe it.
Yep. They did this in college and they all kind of remember it, but just enough.
Yeah. Walking down the street and just like this. Without this, the movie does not work.
Correct.
Because this is the feminism. We're women doing it for ourselves.
We did
you
it.
know,
We
together.
Yeah.
You don't own me. You know, like this.
Yeah.
Then the tie-in from like the 60s to now.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't really delve into that.
The 60s thing was such a... And maybe it was because I was distracted by the dubbing.
The horrible dubbing.
But that I didn't really pay much attention to what they were saying.
It wasn't a lot.
It wasn't a lot. And I was like, so then why?
Did we even need this? Could it have been pictures of them montaged over the credits?
Yeah.
You know.
And then it's like, you know, the picture, then you end with the one picture of all of them together. And it's like, or maybe it's like a montage.
It's a big framed glass picture at the crisis center.
But also, you could do a montage for the credits of like, no talking, just the actresses that are cast to look like them.
Yeah.
You know, friends, oh my God, we're friends,
montage.
we're in college, we're
doing
montage, doing stuff, like whatever. Pictures
Sisters
here, pictures
doing
there.
it for themselves.
You know, whatever, yeah, we're all excited, we're raring to go into
doing the choreography.
The bright future, yeah, sure.
A little bit,
A little bit, yeah. On a stage, I'm nervous, we get a little of their personality.
Acting.
Yeah, exactly.
Diane Keaton doing advertising? Again, I don't know what her job was.
Sure, whatever.
Bette Midler being Jewish? Like, I don't know what her job was. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't, like, I don't know.
I don't know what her, maybe she didn't, right? That was part of it.
And that's fine. But setting it up with, it was 69 and all of these things happen makes it seem like we're going to do a compare and contrast to what it was like and what it's like now.
Sure.
And other than saying it's the 90s a lot, they didn't really dig into that.
No, it was just kind of like, well, it's been 25 years and what have I done except for support this man?
Yeah.
You know, and I get that, but like I don't think you need the beginning thing to do that.
No, I think
But you could do that, have a bunch of pictures and then end on the picture of all of them.
Yeah.
Pull out.
Yeah.
It's on
the
Stalker
wall.
Chaney's desk. She's writing a letter.
Oh, of course.
And you just start there.
I thought you meant at the very end.
I think that's what they did anyway.
I think they did in some way do that, yes. Anyway, love this movie, really do.
Yeah.
The impromptu music number sells the shit out of
Oh, it
everything.
really does. And it just gives it that bit of movie magic.
Yeah.
That really,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's heartwarming, it's fun, it's just...
It's filmed and shot and it's magic.
It is. Like that Steel Magnolias vibe where it's just like, oh, I love these characters together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a fun, magical thing. And you're watching them go down the empty street. You know, it's great. It's magic.
Well, they couldn't get by because Dan Hedaya had parked the Lamborghini in the middle of the street. He was blocking traffic for miles. You just couldn't see it. It's like Instagram versus reality, you know, like, the street was empty just for us. And oh, no.
Great.
Cheers to these fabulous counts. Forever and always.
And to you, thank you, Tatiana.
Yes.